Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 4 hour time frame, and the higher time frame structure that we'll be watching is this one, where we had this as a three-way structure in the form of a WXY. Since then, again, we had two different paths the market can take. One of them was saying that we had this as basically a connector wave connecting this first structure over here to the next. The invalidations for this one would be at these tops, because again the thing here was that we were expecting, or we were seeing this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into an A wave. If we break these highs, then that is no longer a possibility to have this as a 5-way structure. Instead, it's most likely a 3-way structure, or sorry, a triple zigzag or a triple correction. But we'll check out these more local structures later on. The other scenario is that instead of this being the connector wave, we would have a bit larger of a connector wave structure, something like this, where we would have this as an ABC. For that, we would have to have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure, or any kind of 5-way structure in any case, either having a diagonal or a impulse wave structure. At this point, however, this doesn't really seem to be fitting, but again, there is always that option. So those are the higher time frame options. Either we have created the connector here, or this would be the connector. In both cases, we are looking for downwards more. Now, smaller time frame, as that is what is going to be deciding everything soon here, is this one. Again, the bearish scenario, we had a couple of different possibilities here. On both the possibilities, we had this as a WXY into a W, 3 ways into X, and then this is where the two counts alter from each other. One of them saying that we had an ABC here, and this would be the end of wave Y. From there on out, we would be starting our move downwards. Either this would be creating a larger, some kind of connector wave here, connecting this first structure over to the next again, higher, or this would be just the first structure of that wave Y, like I've labeled here as an ABC. Then we would have another ABC coming down for an X wave, and then another 3-way structure up for that wave Y to take place, right? So those are the two options. Both of them are still very much of a possibility. Here, how I've labeled this wave X is following, where we have this as a 3-way structure into an A wave, 3 ways into B, because again we have retraced enough for this to be a flat structure. It has not taken out the highs here, which is the start of wave A, so that means that we can't have an expanded flat. That limits the possibilities to the downside here. However, it is still possible to have this ABC. At the moment, the only way I can see this as an ABC is some kind of diagonal here at the end. Again, this would be a wave 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a wave 1, 3-way pullback, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 3, and then again pull back for that wave 4. Whether the wave 4 is finished or not, we are not quite sure of that yet. We could still do something like this, where this trend line would do something like that, and only then we would be heading for that 5th wave. But again, the main point here was that wave 3 here was larger than the previous wave structure here. 1-to-1 extension is reached, so it would be a bit abnormal to say this would be a 1-2, 1-2. However, that scenario is still possible. So those are the things that I'm looking at here. Again, this expanding diagonal is very much more rare than anything else, so that's why it makes it less probable overall, this whole count. Then we had the more bullish idea, where we had this as an A wave in 5 ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A wave or wave 1, 3-way pullback for B, back to the 0.5 retracement, and then we would look for another 5-way structure from the lows. A wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then upwards in a possible 5. Now again, at this point, I feel like this fits way better. Again, wave 4 here would be labeled as a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, and then we would be looking for this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or 3 could be up in here. Doesn't really matter, this could be a third of third, and wave 3 could be up in here. is not very clear, this structure. We had, I think this was some kind of news event where we had more volatility into the markets, creating all kinds of price movements here that are not really making too much sense into the accounts, but again, that's that. After putting in that possible fifth wave, having this these divergences happening, we started to come down in price, and again, as mentioned before, we could be establishing our count, saying that we had some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into these lows, and then have a 3-way pullback, and then another 5-way move here into these lows. Again, that extension is fitting extremely well for an ABC extension or ABC zigzag here, and yeah, that's that basically. 1-to-1 exactly to the tick, and now we could be rising higher. Again, there is a possibility where this was just a wave 1, 2, because again, we have not taken out the highs of wave 3. This makes it more probable to have this as a wave 1 instead of wave 5. However, that is as well possible. As long as we are creating only 3-way structures coming down, then the overall trend should be climbing higher. However, again, as mentioned on the bearish counts, there is definitely possibilities where we are just creating a connector wave here, downwards or even like so, and then continuing up higher correctively. But yeah, I think that is that. Not really much else into it. Invalidation is pretty clear. It's around 39.45 if we are taking out these lows here. And yeah, if that happens, then we are most likely have topped out here on this possible fifth, or we would have to be saying that we have this as some kind of 3-way structure, maybe something like that. Not the prettiest thing at all, so that's why I do prefer the 5 waves here, as we do have those divergences as well, of saying that okay, it has more possibility of being a 5-way structure. But yeah, this is definitely an area of interest to look for long setups, and possibly even just setting stop loss below here. I wouldn't be too surprised if we are going to go up. We do have divergences here as well on a smaller time frame, saying that we have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and potential coming down back before launching up higher. But again, nothing is for sure, and risk management is key, and I would be looking for longs against this low. I think that is going to do it for S&P 500 today. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes, link to our free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video, bye bye.